Hello there. This is Gutierrez, the Maine Landlord, and we have another exciting episode. We are with Cindy Farrington, the president of MRSCA. Give us some highlights, because I know a service coordinator with hundreds and hundreds of tenants must have all kinds of things they're helping them with. But why don't you give us a few highlights?
Well, home health services is a big need for tenants in housing. They may need to have somebody come in and assist with just basic housekeeping, sweeping, floor washing, laundry. If they need a higher level of care, meaning are they declining in health? Do they have to have more home health? Do they look at palliative care, hospice? Aging in place is really important. Who does not want to stay in their home?
So people don't realize that Maine has the #1 elderly population in the United States of America.
Correct, it does, and it is growing. It is growing. Another resource, another service that a resident service would tap into tenants would be transportation. Many tenants would go to housing, no longer have their own vehicles anymore, or for whatever reason can't. So they are finding that transportation is a concern. And when you have tenants that are in rural communities, the public transportation is not available, so then what do they do? So we have to be resourceful and reach out to local church groups, local towns, neighbors. There's different resources that we can try to find for tenants to find transportation.
So why don't you share with our internet audience what some of the values are that help guide your professionalism?
Well, the values of a resident service coordinator, the core values, of course, are service to the tenant, social justice, with each and every individual, and then, of course, the importance of relationship. There's a bond that is built between tenants and resident service coordinators.
Well, give me one more thing that you do.
Well, again, here we are doing a video to help promote resident service coordinators and the need for tenants to be self-sufficient, to be an advocate for yourself. How can you do that? Technology is huge.
It's amazing to me how many people don't have a bank account, they don't have a computer, and the world is going to pass them by. So your ability to provide training on how to go online and pay your rent with a credit card, or how to go online and look at your bank account, or how to go online, even the hospital, when I make appointments, I do that online now.
Correct.
So the computer is such an integral part of everybody's life nowadays. And so would you be the link that provides feedback to the landlord as to what modifications may be needed for that specific tenant?
Correct, we would have that conversation when a tenant comes to us. We would share this information with our supervisors and say that the tenant has requested, more of a modification to a system.
But as a landlord or an investor, you really are a good investment, because the more the service coordinator can help a tenant be self-sufficient or have a program to service their needs, the less they're calling the maintenance department, the less they're calling the ambulance, the less they're spending a lot of resources, which translate to more profits. Not that we're all about profits, but it allows the landlord then to afford putting in the changes to the bathroom that they may need in more proactive ways. A resident service coordinator is a business partner that makes me money. So, on the drop-down screen, we have a bunch of information available to you. And if you really like Cindy, we need you to press that subscribe button and maybe even give her a thumbs up. So I'm Gutierrez, the Maine Landlord, and thank you very much.